Hi everyone, welcome back. I just thought I'd come on and show you. I made some of these up from the last painting that I did, if you remember, inside the sketchbook. I liked this area here, so since then I've practiced 7 times in total, all doing these on the plain piece of paper, and I've cut it out and I've now got it off to a T really. I enjoyed and I liked the mark making. I liked the background colours, and so I decided that yes, I can use these quite well. There's lots of ways that you can use them. You can use them on your picture to develop more, to making it more come to life, to create more differences, things like that. You can move them around and try them in different positions, seeing what you like, and you know, to change your picture, like this for instance would be perhaps a nice way, and to chop off those areas there, and it just shows you how you can, your picture, your painting completely alters just by moving things around and trying different compositions. I didn't encourage too much of composition painting at first, but maybe it's nice to look back and have a go. So also these can be used on a plain piece, and you could save them. So it was on a page like this that I did them, and I literally did them like this, and taped them together, and I literally, you know, did a taping off you know, a taping off exercise where, you know, I could use on from the other page the mark that I really liked. You could also use it on this. I might want to bring it in on this page here, because they're all similar colouring, and it would go very, very nicely. The pale green, you know, going up towards the top, and you know, there's so many different ways that you can pop it in, and it can just change. You can cut them down. You could have more of these going down here, maybe this side of the wall, or maybe this side of the wall. It's all very exciting. It doesn't always just have to be about painting. You know, you can change things around and collage them back in, and sand back to them to make them all level and things, and you can create some beautiful compositions. You can see how it's altering it all the time. It might be that you want something completely different, or you might want to just stick them back into your page. Another idea is to, if you don't want to use them but you want to remember this mark and you don't want to stick them in your book, you might want to stick something else in your book, is to do a hole punch in there and then put some string through it like that, and then you can just hang them up, or you can put a pocket in the back of your book, and then you can save them. And you'll never forget how that you'll never forget how you've done that mark, because you've done it 7 times and now you like it. This is another little thing that I've done. I wanted to show you. Now this is, you know how you have you do your mark making from your paintings. This is bits of the paintings that I've hadn't already done that I really, really like. And so what I've done, I've saved them, and again I've hole punched them, and I use them a little bit like swatches, but instead of it just being about the colour, I'm using it for the marks that I like. So let's take, for example, this orange one here. If you look at it close up, it's all the marks on there. I know how I can replicate those marks. But your painting, let's go for this painting for instance, it can alter it just by one little tiny bit. So like across here, look, say if I put this here, excuse me, so if I put this here, look, it just looks beautiful, because it looks like those 2 particular bricks are glowing from, you know, from the light that's coming from that way. It's coming, the light's coming across, and you know, they probably would go on this side actually, and the light's coming across. But then, because I'm going to add something like this, which is absolutely beautiful, it really sets the painting off. On this little one here, if you look closely, there's a little tiny bit of orange and green, and it's got like a beautiful mark going through it there, which I think would look stunning if there was just used a little tiny bit just there. A little tiny bit. Can you see? It's a little tiny speck. So I'm not expecting to use these ones off of here, but I can easily replicate those because I can see in front of my eyes what it is, and how easy it is to do it. So like I said, so if that was up there, and then just showing that part, and then you've got a little tiny bit down there, it looks stunning. Or maybe, you know, I could have it over there, and then the little tiny bit again in that little spot, and down at the bottom there again. Yes, it just looks really nice. So it just shows you how showing differences. There's no more orange in that picture, but everybody knows that orange and green goes together lovely, and it, you know, it's really nice to add it. It could also be done on the other page of the painting that I've done. Again, it may be this time it might want to go up like that against the window, look, or on the light side, look at that. That would look nice. It's just some kind of a reflection. But maybe underneath the window it might be some dark. It might need some dark, because obviously it's always darker under a window or under somewhere, and straight away it gives it depth. You get the idea. So it's a really nice thing to go. Or how about this one's really random. Here I love this mark. All it is a half of a circle. So because it's a half of a circle, but it's got the orange running through it, and the orange and green goes together, and, you know, so this could be something that's like the edge of a brick. So maybe here, can you see? It's a different colour completely, but it still goes. Yeah, it might be on this corner. It was rounded it off, and it's just given it a little bit of more depth and more contrast. It might be that a little tiny piece of it then could be used somewhere else at the top, and it might be used there maybe, and, you know, could even put a streak of white through it so it's showing the light. It might be actually in the window, could be the top of the window, it could be in the window. There's so many things that you could use these for, and these are just marks. So it's a really good tip, you know, don't get rid of your old paintings. I intend, of some of the paintings that I am not going to save, I intend to do some longer ones of these, and some different shapes and sizes and angles and things like that, and little different cards. But, you know, they're handy to just hang up in your you can just hang them up in your studio wherever you want. And like I say, I can do it with these as well if I wanted. And again, be trying them around. Would it go there? Maybe not. Oh yes, but it might go there. And so I could replicate that. Yeah, because now I've learned how to do that one. So yes, this is the idea, and it just gives different compositions and different levels of interest. Because as you work through your book, by the time that you get to the end, you might think to yourself, these pictures seem pretty basic and straightforward. They need more depth, they need more interest, and this is a good way. This is a good way of gaining that interest. So please be aware of that. And just one thing I wanted to say before I go. I will be starting, I hate to say this, another sketchbook, because I'm not happy with this sketchbook. I love the cover, I love everything that I've done about it. I love all this. and I love all this, and I adore this because I actually did this on site. If you look back in the videos, all the rubbings and everything that goes through it. But what I've ended up doing is the pages are just horrendous. They're too thin. They don't hold up to anything, not even with gesso on them. So I'm not very happy. I think this would be more of a journaling book. I won't waste the paper, obviously, but I will be taking it apart. And the pictures that I've done will probably be cut down and popped into another sketchbook, and maybe surrounded by some of these yet, I don't know. But I'll keep you in touch and show you as I'm going along. The thing is about sketchbooks is it's all trial and error, and you don't want them to be picturesque and perfectly beautiful. They're not there for on show, but they are there to show yourself. It is nice to look through them if they look pretty decent. I don't want there to be holes in the pages where the paint's gone through or the ink's gone through and things like that, or where I'm having to stick two pages together and it's leaving it buckled. And I have sketchbooks like that, old sketchbooks like that, but this particular one, it's about the church, remember, and so it's important, and I want to keep this particular book nice. So whether I'll be able to salvage any of this, I don't know. But what I did think I could do with the cover is to cut it up and to just save those two pieces. And yeah, so a little bit disappointing with that. So I'm going to get another sketchbook. It might even be a concertina book yet, I don't know. But I should be starting on that this weekend. Anyway, I hope you like the videos. Have a go yourself. I've shown you in the past videos how to get started on the covers and everything. Get yourself a sketchbook. Let's have a go. I'm going to be starting afresh as well this weekend. So we can sit down together and do it. And then please, you know, put in the comments if you recommend a good sketchbook. I'm going to have a look at C. White. This was a Rowler, and I can't remember the name of it. I can't read it. And anyway, I don't want to sort of say bad things about it. It's just that I think that the sketchbook is actually an excellent sketchbook, but for me, for what I want to do for multimedia, it's not going to serve the purpose that I want it to serve. So I'm going to be looking at C. White. So I thought, yes, I would come on and tell you all about that and show you the tips about these. So that's something else you can be doing while you're waiting for your sketchbook, or waiting for time to be able to get started and get cracking. Cut up some paintings, hole punch, and remember how you've done the mark making, and keep them. You could have them all like keys on a rack, couldn't you? Loads of them. And yeah, and you know, like we've all been taught before, even as swatches, colour swatches, you can do colour swatches in the same way, nice big ones, and then if you're doing big paintings, you can pop them at the side of it and think, oh yes, that's the colour. Oh yes, it would look lovely if I put this colour against it. Or oh yes. But to me, it's not just about the colours. I like the idea of the mark making as well, if I know and can remember how I did that mark, and I do. So that's good. So that's personally then for me, isn't it? And it's at the end of the day, it's all about learning as we go along. And if the process was straightforward and easy, then I wouldn't be enjoying doing the art. So it's good. Oh, my canaries are going to start tweeting and singing away, so I better get going. There we go. Listen to this. That's Peckety, my oldest canary. He keeps me company. He's about 4 years old now, Peckety is. So yeah, yeah, that's the idea. So I mean, maybe a pocket concertina might be nice to do this, all about this church. Who knows? So I will have a look and a think about it. These are old ones. I have done some of churches before. there's a couple of churches in this. Well, this was a castle, not a church, and they're okay. But I'm wanting to go into more detail so I can keep that in the book, and so I can do a page and miss a page, do a page and miss a page, so that I can put in the things that I do like. So, for instance, like these was done a page, and then I can put in things that I like that's going to make me remember. So, you know, or I might want to go back and add something else, or I might want to do some printing with some fir cones or some twigs or some ink. Yeah, so I want to use something that relates to the place, and so I get the feel of it, and that's what to me is important about art. And this particular building, I'll explain one day why it's been important to me. So anyway, I'm going to go because I'm rambling. So get your sketchbooks ready, and get out there, get those collecting of your things, and do some rubbings. Come back, take millions of photographs on your phone. Excuse me. Cut up some paintings, and then do your painting and study it and see which marks that you like, and do your cover and get cracking. It's all out there. It's such fun. You know, you can. There's a year's work here, like I said, and it's exciting to go through this journey. And you can pick whatever building or woods or you know, you have to think about what you're interested in. So you might be interested in, let's say, rocks or cliffs or caves, or you might be interested in drains, you might be interested in telegraph poles, you might be interested in nature and trees and things, and you can, you know, you bark rubbings, or it's never ending. You might be interested in just wildlife, where it's just all birds and you know, and the bees and flowers and the trees, just like in the song, birds and bees and flowers and trees. And then you can take lots of photographs of them and bring it all back and swap it around. Yeah, swap it all around. Enjoy what you're doing. Yeah. Okay then, guys, I'll talk to you all soon, and I'll get my new book sorted out and get this all rearranged so that we're back to where we started. Okay then. Oh, don't forget to like and subscribe, and please leave some comments of some of the sketchbooks that you like, and then if you press the bell, that will give you notifications when I put out a new video, and then you know, you can follow along. So all right, so take care of everybody. Bye.